So this is a good domain of interest, but let me go to other students and come back to you.
Yeah, sure.
Ravi, can you explain your biodata? Are you there, Ravi? Arshita? Arshita?
Hello, sir.
Ravi, can you explain about yourself, your profile?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You
I
are
am myself Ravi Kumar Reddy, sir.
Ravi. You joined. Ravi, it seems you joined by two devices. Check whether in the browser you have two Zoom working. Close one. Ashita, can you tell me about yourself? Or Ashish? Hello? Sri Satya? Sri Satya, are you there? Tota Samanvita. Anybody? Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, Sri Satya. Yeah, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Pushpa Satya Padmasree. I'm from Kakinada. I completed my graduation. Now I'm pursuing my PGDM in Vijayam College, Vijayam Vijnanajyoti Institute of Management. My short-term goal is I need to get good percentage in my PGDM. My long-term goal is I want to job in reputed company, and my hobbies is cooking and listening music.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. What about Tota Samnivita?
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yes, go ahead, Tota.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good morning. I'm Samanvita. I'm pursuing my MBA in Vignan Jyoti Institute of Management. I've completed my BTech in Bangalore, Presidency University, and it is the data science which I have done my specialization. And my biggest goal and dream is to start a startup, sir.
Very good.
That's
Okay.
all.
Who else is there?
Hi, sir. Good morning. I am Ravi, and I pursued my graduation in Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapith in Rahuri, Maharashtra, and
Okay.
I have completed my uh, intermediate at Sri Chaitanya Degree College, and I pursued my 10th in St. John's English Medium. So present I am working as an intern in AimNxt Technologies in marketing stream.
Very good. Marketing stream. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So who else is remaining? Who else is remaining? All are done? Hello? Okay. There is a program which I designed in collaboration with AimNxt. Okay, we are offering a lot of programs for legal authorities, and we have tied up with a lot of industries as well. Being a law university, we have to work on cybersecurity, and our working on cybersecurity is more concrete in getting things done. What happens in industry is that industry is a very enormous ocean where people use different types of tools and different types of methodologies and platforms everywhere as per their requirements. But right now, law is taking its course, and law is going to, make sure that the tools utilization, the frameworks implementation, the way people are pursuing the world of cybersecurity is going to be regulated. So in this tussle, right now, see, everyone has spoken. One is from management, one is from data science, one is from cybersecurity advance. I should appreciate the person who has done cybersecurity advance. Okay, and these are the things which people are doing everywhere. The point here is that there is a new act which came in called Data Protection Act, DPDP Act. Okay, the act which came is called Data Protection Act. Okay, this Data Protection Act This is that. This is the website of MIT. We work with MIT also, Ministry of Information Technology, Government of India. This act came in. As per this act, okay, if any website or any enterprise, it can be like a company like Flipkart, Amazon, and it can be IRCTC, it can be as big as SBI, okay, to a small company like one of our class, batchmates saying that she wants to start a company, a small company, a startup company, to all those companies, okay, this act gets applied. This act, I'm not teaching law, don't worry, I'm not teaching law, I'm teaching you one implication which come into effect, and that will be changing the discourse of everything. Like in 1986, how industrialization, how IT revolution came in, there is a policy document. The policy document led to the industrialization or IT revolution. It has been rightly introduced by Rajiv Gandhi at that time. At that time, people didn't have any knowledge about there will be a laptop in the discourse of next 25 years. There will be there will be a mobile device, smart device, there will be a touch screen device. No one knew. Okay, but there is a market. The market is opening up. So there was a policy document which was introduced right after then. They have introduced IT Act, and then you can see the history. It is right in front of you. So in the same manner, there are agencies like NIST. This is called National Institute of Standards and Technologies. It's a US-based agency. This formulates what are the, how the infrastructure looks like, what are the frameworks to be adopted, how the technology should be implemented, how people will be given accessibility to technology. They have a lot of topics, but the most reference topic here is cybersecurity. They have cyber forensics and they have cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, whatever framework they adopt, the same framework should be adopted by every entity which does its business in India. Okay, which does its business in USA. If they want to perform, if they want to develop a application, web application, they have to follow this framework. They have to, if they want to develop a device, they have to follow this framework. Because of this, okay, because of this framework and standardization at place, okay, the things are highly scrutinized. I will tell you one example. Okay, that data protection. Recently, TikTok was banned in India. The way we banned in India, TikTok would have taken us to anywhere, okay, and said that it was arbitrarily banned. But if you see the way TikTok is banned in USA, they found that who is the owner, they found who are the stakeholders, they found what is the technology they are using, where is the data being stored, how data being processed, how data being calibrated, how what is the ownership of the data. All these things came into effect. Since all these things came into effect, okay, they were trying to ban the TikTok, and they have a policy in place. Okay, they have a framework in place. In the same manner, there is one more agency called ENISA. ENISA is one more agency. It is a European agency. There are around 27 European countries. The companies like Siemens, the company like Sony, the companies which we talk about, we talk about this Mercedes-Benz, BMW, we talk about Volvo, all these companies are in Europe, 27 countries. This is the, a documentation or a framework which is in place. That is the reason European Union always puts penalty on Google or Amazon or Apple continuously for data privacy violations because they have a framework. We don't have any framework. The first thing we have done in recent times is called we bought data protection laws or data protection act. Once the data protection act comes, we have identified people like data principal and data forgery. Now, as a company, as a people as a company owner, as a people who hold data, it can be a small e-commerce platform to a very big, KYC of SBI. The data is going to be stored and data is going to be processed. Data is going to be shared. Data is going to be connected or linked. All these things are well described here and said that this data principal, data forgery has responsibilities because the responsibilities are fixed on the people who are processing, capturing, generating reports, sharing the data. This Data Protection Act became very strong. Till now, what happens is that I will open a notepad. Till now, the data which has been, the amount of money spent on a IT company, on IT is only 6 to 7%. How much? 6 to 7%. Only 6 to 7% of the money is spent on IT. It includes IT procurements. It includes cyber security or security aspects like firewall integration, end device protections. It also includes any DMGs. All this part are connected to this 6 to 7%. Now, after DPDP Act comes in, the budget should increase to 21%, because every company has to establish CISOs, Chief Information Security Officers, and they have to establish a team. They have to report incidences within 6 hours to 20 hours. The agency which they are going to report this incident is CERTIN. CERTIN is a part of, again, MIT. The MIT is nothing but Minister of Information Technology. The CERTIN says that whenever a cyber incident happens, an incident is found, okay, crime incidents or fraud incidents is found, you should be reported in 6 hours. Okay, it takes time. It takes you sometimes months to identify. Hello, Ravi. Any doubts? No. It will. Ravi, can you mute yourself? It will take at least 1 week to 10 days if you have a CISO team, if you have a very good DMGs, if you have a security control systems. Okay, after having all these security control systems in place, Ravi, can you mute yourself? Admin, can you mute Ravi? Okay. Now, after having all these things in organization, I'm pretty sure that the in cybercrime incidents response will be. Hello,
Hello?
Ravi, are you communicating with me, or any problem you have? Okay. Now, considering this, the incident response becoming mandatory, and it's only 6 hours day time to be reported. There was recently CERTIN. CERTIN is agency which looks like this. CERTIN. CERTIN is under the, it is Minister of Information Technology. This is the portal where all the, incidences will be reported, and vulnerabilities will be reported here as well. And everything will be here, in the main, it is a repository. It is a digital repository of cyber crimes incidents across India. So as per DPDP Act, it is said that you should report within 6 hours, and you should appoint a lot of, manpower. You should have a hierarchy, and also data protection laws. The DPDP Act says that one of the person should be in the board of directors of the organization, who is a representative of data protection team, that is CISO team. So now the things are changing. Earlier, when a crime incident happens, it used to be closed in the back door. It is going to be closed in the closed doors. It is going to be, like that is the reason when data leak happens, leak incidences are reported media wise 1 or 2 weeks after incident happened, and there is no mechanism of reporting it. And when this happens, it is said that almost 300 million records of a given company like Big Basket has been leaked, and it is available in dark web for accessibility. In the same way, there are other Paytm records are leaked. So we come to know after 10-15 days. The reason is that leak is happening continuously. Let me show you one map, how the cyber threat map. If you see the cyber threat map, which is happening right now on your screen, it is continuous, and it is happening, the attacks happening across the platforms continuously. Okay, it is loading. So when you see this phenomena happening, the government says that enough for clandestinely handling this, report it back to the government whenever a crime incident happened. Appoint manpower, appoint teams for cybersecurity incidents handling mechanisms, and also put one of the guys in the board as a responsible for data leaks. That means in the board of directors, one person will be always sitting there for data leak or cybersecurity aspects of compliance and accomplishments. So considering this thing into consideration, and also as the data protection laws leads to the increase in the data points increase leads to the touch points further leads into the responsibility being fixed on many people. Earlier it was just a security guy restarting the firewall or changing the rules and regulations of the firewall, or writing certain, filters in the firewall. He tries to manage the entire, the data production mechanism of a given organization. That is what they used to do mostly. Right now, they are saying that nothing doing. You need to install certain SOC platforms, CMEs platforms, and you have to report it periodically. You have to report to the organization, and that should be kept in the records also. When cybercrime incidents happens, this will be taking as a precedence by appointing this long process, okay, between the incident happening and fixing the responsibility on the board of directors or the top management. This led to a process of investment being increased from 6 to 7%. IT investment for a company, any company, it can be Tata, it can be a small company. IT investment with a ERP system, with a security systems, with the CCTVs, everything included, it will be 6 to 7%. Okay, by data protection laws, DPDP Act, okay, the percentage has increased from 6 to 21. Now, what we have done is that, okay, I have created a syllabus which fits to this, gap analysis, this filling, whatever is going to happen between these two, from 6% to 21%. Okay, the budgetary allocation happens, and this budgetary allocation happens for certain set of skill sets. Okay, for those certain set of skill sets, we have designed a curriculum. The curriculum we have designed is called Cybersecurity Associate. Here we will be explaining you cybersecurity frameworks and control systems, which I have told you just now, NIST, ENISA, and India's, certain. And then we are going to have, hands-on experience on SIEM and security operations centers. We will be explaining you and teaching you how SOC works, SCEM works, and how the security mechanism, the reporting mechanism works, how the incident handling mechanism works. Okay, and this is what going to be further in this course. Monitoring and safeguarding will be taught. Monitor of attacks, intrusions, and unauthorized access to the of a resource, of a device, of a asset will be also be explained how it works. Performs moderately complex log reviews for forensic analysis and identify unauthorized or unacceptable access to data or systems will be done, and conduct of security assessments will be done, risk assessments will be done, advanced analytics tools will be helped you, will be taught to you on CM or SOCs. Okay, complete tactical security operations will also be demonstrated in front of you, hands-on. Everything will be demonstrated to you, hands-on. Analysis of each and every attack, okay, and remedial mechanisms for each and every attack for the incident which happened or which is preemptive can also be explained. So this, as I see many people sitting in the class, you have to understand that there may be like one guy is saying he has almost completed Linux. He has completed cybersecurity courses. Okay, for him, this will be a package of a job orientation. It will create a job orientation. It creates a this. I may have picked some few points here and there, and I would have added here in such a way that he may know or he may not know. But those are added in such a way that it becomes a capsule. This capsule will be leading you to this position, which is hike-in. Not only position, you can also start a company by these services, and this company will be, hoping or targeting the budget increase, which happens from 6% to 21% because of DPDP Act. And also, we are going to teach you risk assessments, risk management skills, and also we are going to teach you framework compliances. The point here is that now, earlier, if you are a programmer, you may be capable. Earlier, if you are a coder, if you can design programs and applications, you are capable. Right now, what is happening is that responsibility is fixed on everyone. The responsibility of data privacy violation, data protection, and also compliances of that given geographical region or a sovereign country is already fixed. So in this case, having a programmatical knowledge in cybersecurity and ethical things, having cybersecurity knowledge is data programming or coding or applications of SOCs or taking care of cyber forensics or cybercrime investigation is not going to be fulfilling the task alone. You need to have certain kind of understanding on the legal aspect. I'm not going to teach you legal aspects. I'm teaching you policy aspects. Okay, so this is what your course objective is, and I have correlated this course objective to the requirements which are in the market right now in LinkedIn. I found that these objectives, if you can achieve these objectives, you can be fitting and qualifying to be called a cybersecurity associate, and you can try for a, you can easily get a job there. And also trying to tell you that since I have been associated with this cybercrime investigations, cyber forensics, most of the time, whatever incidents been reported by industry, the final authority of verifying the investigation and authorization is legal authority, that is legal law enforcement authority and judiciary. Since we have been connected, since I have been connected to the industry as well as legal law enforcement authority and also judiciary, I can say that you are going to learn things which are absolutely, necessary for you to be part of this system which is evolving in front of you. Those things which are, see, we always attend CISO meetings. Okay, Cyberapol has a Center for Excellence. They invite people from industry. They invite people from law enforcement agency. Telangana has a bureau called Cybersecurity Bureau, the apex body which takes care of cyber crimes and cyber frauds. Whatever we are going to learn, technically speaking, we learn everything, but we are not learning the thing which is necessary, which really fits to our bill, which really helps us to resolve the issue or resolve the problem or resolve a given scenario. So what I have done is that I have been associated with this and that people and found that, okay, now the market is opening for SOCs, Security Operations Center analysts. Security Operations Center is going to be a business model in coming days. Okay, and security information even management will be a bigger domain for people to be cooperated. I have received a memo, we have received a document from Ministry of Human Resource saying that we need to appoint CISOs and ACSOs immediately, and we need to install a this CIM and SOCs immediately. So if you consider, if it is going, data protection laws is going to be in place, and this center establishment is going to be mandatory in coming days, I am pretty sure that there will be at least 30 to 40,000 jobs getting created only in public sector. I'm not saying government, I'm saying in public sector. Each and every department which handles data, which captures data, in a form of a web application or a website or any kind of shared application processes or plugins and extensions, should mandatorily has to have a SOC or SCM. Okay, SIEM should be installed. So there is a high possibility that if you learn this skill set, you will be in a position to be competitive enough to get a job in cybersecurity, which is evolving. And the functional skill set also we are going to teach you, like system analysis, security enhancements, monitoring and response, vulnerability management, and regular assessments, how the documentation has to be done. Okay, this is the first objective of the course, and functional skill sets we are going to teach you. Then we are going to teach you what are the cybersecurity frameworks, which I have demonstrated just now. The encryption and cryptography and encryption, different encryption algorithms. Okay, we will be understanding cybersecurity perspective, not just understanding how encryption works. We are least bothered about how encryption works. We are more bothered about how encryption works in a cybersecurity perspective. Okay, if there is a website, it has SSL certificate. If it is having SSL certificate, how data is going to be stored in the URL, in the sessions and cookies, and how this data sessions and cookies stored is managed by the end result. The end result is the server. Okay, so what is happening when someone types a kind of URL, a kind of website name in a URL? What is the transformations happen? How data which is typed in a natural language converts or transforms into bits and bytes. By the time it works, it goes into the wider wireless mode. When it transforms into wireless and wider, what is that bit structure? What is the packets? How packet synchronization works? Here we will be helping you to understand packet structures, how packet encryption works, what is end-to-end encryption between one device to another device, what are the devices which capture data. Right now, what is happening between you and me? I am talking, my data which is in analog format, which is in audio visual format, right now I didn't start up my camera. It is in audio format, is going to be converted into a bits and bytes in zeros and ones, and these zeros and ones are going to be transported through either wired and wireless mode, and it has been transported by multiple devices. Like there will be a router, there will be a switch, there will be a firewall, there will be another device. So it transfers from all these modes and mediums, and it reaches to your destination, that is you. There it reaches in a form of bits and bytes, zeros and ones. Then it is been converted into natural language, and it has been displayed or it has been heard out to you by audio adapter. So when this entire thing happens, there is a lot of encryption happening. There is a lot of data processing is happening. Data transformation is happening. So we will be teaching you stimulation wise how this entire transmission is happening, where the natural language which we have spoken right now is converting into bits and pieces. And we will talk about infrastructures, IKP infrastructures available in a day-to-day life. Let's suppose I open this one and I will go to here and I will click here. I will be seeing that managing websites is 3. What is the encryption this website uses? I click here. Okay, on the certification, I will see it is a certification. Is the certification valid? So here, if you see this one, checkpoint.com, a threat map of checkpoint.com is having SSL certification, and this is the key. Where whatever you are going to type in the URL, it is going to be let's suppose you have opened Facebook. In the Facebook, I have username and password. Whatever I'm going to type in the username and password is going to be, first it goes into the sessions and cookies. When it goes into sessions and cookies, there is a possibility that alphabet, that there may be a password, there may be a passcode, there may be some other secret information which you want to pass. All those things are in the URL. So if it is in the URL, the data which is going to be, you are going to save it in the form. Okay, what is the encryption format? What is the encryption structure? Okay, how strong the encryption is for that website. So you can be in a position to understand the entire encryption format and the key structures from here. And you will be decoding this and try to understand how it can be decoded, end-to-end encryption of this particular website. Imagine that there is a crime scene happened on a given website, and the crime scene is a leak of data. Leak of data happened because of the username and password has been entered, and that is been captured by the cookies and sessions of the browser. And without knowing, the cookies and sessions of the browser were being under monitor, under reconnaissance by the help of a ransomware. So you went to internet center, you sat on the internet center, opened a browser, you opened a website, and you started feeding data into the website, and everything gets stored in the cookies and sessions of the browser. And what happens then? There will be a readers. There will be a browser readers, cookie readers. Okay, using these cookie readers, maybe in the backdrop, all those keywords which are typing on the keystrokes, you are typing on the keywords or a keyboard, is going to be stored somewhere. You don't know. You are doing it. Okay, that is one possibility. Another thing, where whatever you are typing on the browser is going to be stored in the cookies. Like if you open this one, Google, I will show you in Google. Google stores data. Where it stores data? In the cookies. If you go there, let's suppose I am typing the word AimNxt. Okay, in the AimNxt, I am going here and going to see where else my data is there. Set cookies, cookie information, 7 sites. If you see this one, in 7 data from 7 sites are going to be saved in the cookies. What are this? One Google accounts, another Google, another YouTube, another Clickbait, another YouTube. So whatever browser I have opened here, the data related to it, data related to my feeding data is stored in the cookies. Okay, so if you can get the accessibility of the cookies, it is high possible that you will get what I was searching for. Okay, this is what we are going to learn. We are going to learn virtual private networks, remote accesses. We will learn IP specifications, TLCs. We will be also running multi-facet, all these authentications process. And we will be also learning network protocols, TCP/IP protocol, and breakdown of each and every layer of the protocol, and the basic protocols in each layer. Okay, how data which is in the form of a natural language, that is zeros and ones, is going to be converted into zeros and natural language. It is in alphabet, which is in alphabet, is going to be converted into zeros and ones. So we will have a in detail discussion of cybersecurity and cryptography. How data is stored, how data is processed, how data is encrypted, how data is further transported. When it is transported, what is the means and mode it is being transported, and what are the algorithms and protocols which are in place for the data to be converted into a natural language to a mission readable zeros and ones. That will be demonstrated by some tools. Then we are going to have Now we will go to the next level. We have completed the understanding of data, and we thought that there is one point called packet. The packet is the thing where everything is there. So anybody wants to hack into a system in a network, anybody wants to, do a reconnaissance or surveillance on a given network, eavesdropping, they should be now working on packets. Packet is the thing. Packet is the thing which is right now available for public consumption. So you will be understanding what is pocket filtering. Or you will be also understanding how does this proxy and reverse proxy works. Okay, and you will be understanding inspections, and you will understand firewalls. The packets are normally taken care by firewalls or virtual or physical firewalls. They will be doing content filtering. So we will be teaching you how content filtering works, how actually data is going to be secured in a given environment by the help of a firewall, both virtual and physical firewall. How data, data packets. You will be understanding packet structure. You will be understanding payload. You will be understanding the, the appendixes of this payload, and you will be understanding what is the, bit parities. How a given sentence like hi, I am fine is going to be converted into zeros and ones. How they are going to be coupled into asynchronous and synchronous manner. So that is what you are going to understand. Then interesting topic we are going. So we have understood the cybersecurity part. We have understood the packet and its availability in the public domain on devices. And for this, we will be teaching you Wireshark and map. We will be explaining you how sniffing of the packet works, how we are going to have reconnaissance of the packet, and how we are going to understand packet transmission. And here we will further understand. Let's suppose you are typing username and password in your interface. When you are typing your username and password in the interface without touching your system, by the help of network accessibility, by the help of network monitoring tools or network evading tools, you will be in a position to capture the packets which are traveling from one device to another device, and you will be in a position to understand the content in the packet, and you will get the content encrypted into natural language. That is what you are going to understand in the second module. In third module, we will go into cybercrimes and cyber frauds. We will be discussing in detail about the cybercrime scenario, case studies. Okay, the example, take for example of AimNxt ransomware attack. Now, as part of law enforcement agency, we have been associated with the people, and we know that how it happened, how it has been mitigated, how it has been resolved. It is not resolved exactly, but how it can be avoided primitively. All these things we are going to understand. We'll understand different types of cyber crimes which are happening and how these cyber crimes can be, mitigated at your level. Okay. First, understanding cybercrime itself is a great challenge. Just saying that it's a phishing mail is not the thing which you are looking for. Phishing mail leads to what? Click. Click leads to what? Ransomware. How does a ransomware looks like? Ransomware or any kind of virus or any kind of application which has its own versions. So how does it work? How system calls of a system of a computer system respond to a ransomware? How the ransomware literally, who created ransomware? Can we get the origin of the ransomware? Okay, there are groups called advanced persistent threats. These are the people. APTs. Okay, APT is called advanced persistent threats. Okay, this is called advanced persistent threat. So advanced persistent threat is a group. These are the people who mostly work across the group, across cyber warfare, and these people are working from different part of the world, and these people attack a given resource using some kind of cybercrime. Here we will be understanding how these people operate. Okay, there is a very notorious strong group called APT31, APT35, APT39. And these people have their own software, their own ransomware packages. So they deploy those packages in a given digital environment. So we will be understanding how these people deploy their this particular package in the digital environment, and how they do the reconnaissance part, how they wait for the opportunity, how they intrude into the system. Intrusion happens into the system or a database, how they exploit the database structures or database schemes, and how they block or deny the services in a staged manner, in a systematic manner, in a wholesome manner. How they are going to do, we are going to understand. Then the real course comes in. The real course is what you have understood the technology part, you have understood the device part, you have understood the crime part. Now you are going to understand how the SOC works. You know, the security operations center, how incident response is going to be reported. What are the technologies you are going to use? The technology which we are going to use here is called Splunk. Splunk Enterprise Security is a technology. Open EBS is also one more platform we are going to use to understand how SOC works in a standalone phase and also in a networking environment. So we will be understanding how data filtering, data processing, and the intrusion detections, intrusion avoidance is going to work. Log creations, log analysis of a given, if a given IT infrastructure, vulnerability assessments, assessment of not only vulnerabilities, also incidents which are happening preemptively will also be demonstrated in the perspective of one of the SOC toolkit. This will help you to understand how data transmission happening from a system to the network, from network to another system, to the application. So everything is going to be demonstrated in a practical point of view using SOCs. Once you are done, we will go into the next level of creating a kind of cyber threat intelligence mechanisms using SOC. Okay, here we will be teaching you tools like Shodan, Maltigo. We'll be teaching Linux related tools which are meant for cyber threat intelligence, and we are going to have intelligence mapping cyber threat. If you take one of the example of NSO has built this software called, what is the NSO software? Pegasus, and how Pegasus was built, how Pegasus was circulated, how Pegasus has a business model, and all these things you are going to understand by in the cyber threat intelligence module. And this course which you are going to see has advantages of you getting shortlisted into information security specialist, information auditor, security engineer, penetration tester, security
Sir,
defense
this is
analyst.
Kishore. Sorry to interrupt you. If you don't mind, I
Yes.
send on WhatsApp, okay, one document. Can you, the same content, we modify in the AimNxt talk template. If possible, can you share that?
1 minute, let me see.
Thank you. Yeah.
This one.